Hello and welcome to www.collectingluxurywatches.com. Today I want to talk about each of my lovely pieces, and I want to just cover some aspects as why I've added a particular piece to my collection. Now the first piece I want to review today is my Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Now this is a piece which I only acquired recently, and it's a piece I really love. Now, Audemars Piguet is a premium maker of watches for a long time. They're a Holy Trinity member. That's the top three: Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and Vacheron and Constantin. They're a Holy Trinity member, and they're very famous for the Royal Oak, which is really, if it wasn't for the Royal Oak in the 70s, the company was really facing a very tough time. So it's really a very important watch for Audemars Piguet. And the Royal Oak itself has spawned the Royal Oak offshore chronographs, the really big watches, and they've also got dive watches now. But in my own opinion, I really love the simplicity of the original piece, and I just love it. I've um, I've had a few Royal Oak in my hand, and I must say they're all exquisitely made. They're all very high quality pieces, and I'm a great fan of the mark. And I've been looking around for a Royal Oak for many years, and I almost bought a Tangalum. I think that's how you pronounce it, and pink gold Royal Oak. It was also quartz, but it was just a little bit small. I probably needed another link, and that kind of scared me because Audemars Piguet charges so much for parts because they are a premium. They're one of the top, if not the top, watchmaker in the world. They do charge a hefty premium, and that kind of scared me a bit there. But I just absolutely love the Royal Oak. It's just the simplicity of the design. It's just a fantastic piece to behold, and I think it's just a classy piece, and it's just a fantastic piece to have in any collection. My Royal Oak itself, I bought it very reasonably, and that's probably why I bought it, is because I bought it from Brisbane Vintage Watches. It was unrestored. It just came in, and I just said to Ronnie, I said, "Look, I got to have it." He worked out a great deal for me, and I just love it. I've worn it. The funny thing is that I obviously quartz, for collectors, quartz is a big negative. But since I started wearing it, I suddenly realized, shit, this movement is so thin, the case is so thin, it just feels like you're wearing nothing, and I just adore it. It's got the integrated bracelet, which, in a modern context, people don't like it, but I don't think the Royal Oak really stands out for the integrated bracelet. I think the integrated bracelet really suits the Royal Oak. And I just adore the grey waffle dial that it's got on it. And I've had it completely serviced and professionally polished. The most important thing when you're getting something polished is not to over polish. That's the worst thing you can do with any watch, is get the thing over polished. And it's come back, and I just really love it. I had it in the safe for a while because obviously with the pieces I've got in my collection, the value's getting so high. I'm really scared of leaving them at home. So all my jewelry, diamonds, and watches, if I'm not wearing them, or my wife's not wearing them, I should say, they're in the bank safe in the city. So I put my Royal Oak into the bank safe, and I just missed it so much. It's just a watch I just craved to have. And the thing I love about the Royal Oak is it's like this. You start off, I had a Seiko as a kid, and then I got an Omega, and the quality, you can see the big jump in quality. Then I got a Rolex. I got a Rolex Explorer 1. And the quality is a jump. I had a Seamaster. It was a jump ahead. And then you compare that quality to a Royal Oak, and you just think, Jesus, it's just so much better than any piece that you've seen. And this is the part of the beauty of Audemars Piguet. The attention to detail is so fine, it's just so precise. You just look at it and think, wow. I mean, you don't need to know this is an expensive watch to know it's dear, because it just reeks of quality. Many years ago, my wife had a ladies' royal, actually, sorry, a ladies' Audemars Piguet. It wasn't a Royal Oak, sorry. It was a two-tone, and someone commented to her, "Gee, that's a lovely watch." And it's just because it just looks so beautiful. It that didn't scream like a Rolex screams wealth or expense or obnoxious displays of wealth. It was just subtle, and you could just tell it was a quality piece. And the Royal Oak that you see here is a similar type of piece. It just very subtle, very discreet. It's just a beautiful piece, and I absolutely adore it. It's such a comfortable watch to wear on your wrist. It's just beautiful. I really, really do love my Royal Oak, and it's got the grey waffle dial, which I really adore. Um, and it doesn't say Quartz on the dial. It doesn't have a second hand, so it's done very discreetly. And I must say, I really love it. I do hope to get an automatic all steel Royal Oak in the future, but I must say, I don't think I'd sell my Quartz Royal Oak. I just love it, and I love the two tone. I mean, people say, "Oh, two tone's out of fashion." Well, look, fashion is fickle. These things come and go. I mean, if I've had pieces that were out of fashion when I bought them, and then they've come back in. It's just all a con. And I mean, something that's so beautifully made, like a Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, it just deserves to be worn at any time. And the beautiful thing with the Royal Oak is this watch here. Is it a sports watch? Is it a dress watch? Is it a smart business watch? I think you could wear this for a number of things. The waterproof Royal Oak case. I'd probably be a bit shy taking it into water because it is an Audemars Piguet. It is a very, very expensive wristwatch just a gorgeous piece. I wouldn't want to put that into water. Um, but I mean, you can use it for many, many, many purposes, and I just adore the Royal Oak, and it's just a piece, you know. Someone said to me, "Oh, the Royal Oak, you should have got a Rue, you should have got." Well, I just love it for what it is. It doesn't need to apologize for anything. It's just classic Audemars Piguet. It's steel and gold, beautiful, stunning piece. It's just a beautiful thing. And if you've never had an Audemars Piguet before, it's just such a quality piece to have. And you'd have to. I mean, whether you're a Rolex fan, but you can just see where the quality is higher than most mass market type watches, and the Royal Oak is beautiful, and I absolutely love it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to come to my website www.collectingluxurywatches.com. Thank you.